Hare Krishna. Om Gyana Timirandasya Gnagna Shalakya Chakshurumiritamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobistam Stapitmena Bhutale Svamrapa Damaham Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shutpadakamalam Shri Guru Vishnivam Shcha Shirupam Sagarshtam Sagarugnatam Vitanta Sachivam Sдвойтам Савдутну Парижна Сахитам Кришна Чайтаня Девам Ширада Кришна Пада Саганалита Живишакам Vitам Shcha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagat Pate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorange Radhe Tapta Gorange Radhe Vidavaneshwari Vrisha Panu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Kupesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisha Panu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Hare Krishna. Today I will try to read from two books, but before that I will again continue to read from the conversation between Ramananda Raya and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Guruvami Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paskatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihara Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jaya Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just a moment, I have to do something. I will come after a minute. Hare Krishna. I will try to sing also two songs. They are not directly connected with Krishna consciousness, but actually, as everything is connected with Krishna consciousness, they are also connected because these these persons for which these songs are actually their devotees, and one is in English, one is in German. So for me, these songs are also connected with the Krishna consciousness, actually, because everything in this world is connected to Krishna consciousness. Everything is in this world is connected with Krishna, as this world is created from Krishna. Everything is created from Krishna. He is actually the highest personality of Godhead. One can see Krishna as Godfather. So if he has created everything, then he has created all the persons, actually. And so this way, these persons, these devotees for which these songs are, these devotees, they are also connected with Krishna. This will take not so much time, so don't worry. My sister is my mirror. 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 If she's happy, she gives me power. 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 If she's unhappy, I give her 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 power. Be my sister, my dear friend. Be my sister, my dear friend. Let us love each other without an end. Let us love each other without an end. Meine Schwester ist meine Spiegel. Meine Schwester ist meine Spiegel. Sie schenkt mich Kraft, wenn sie ist. So, another melody, sorry. Meine Schwester ist meine Spiegel. Sie schenkt mich Kraft, wenn sie mit Glück beflügelt ist. Meine Schwester ist meine Spiegel. Sie schenkt mir Kraft, wenn sie mit Glück beflügelt ist. Ich gebe ihr Kraft, damit sie weiter aufsteht. Wenn sie unglücklich ist, wenn sie unglücklich ist, sei meine Schwester, meine liebe Freundin. Sei meine Schwester, meine liebe Freundin. Sei meine Schwester, sei meine Schwester. Lass uns fürs Leben aufstehen und einander Kraft geben. Lass uns fürs Leben aufstehen und einander Kraft geben. Lass uns einander verstehen und einander lieben. Lass uns einander verstehen und einander lieben. My sister is my mirror. If she's happy, she gives me power. My sister is my mirror. If she's unhappy, she gives me power. My sister is my mirror. If she's happy, she gives me power. If she is unhappy, I give her power. I give her power, power. Be my sister, my dear friend. Be my sister, my dear friend. Let us love each other without an end. Meine Schwester ist meine Spiegel. Sie schenkt mich Kraft, wenn sie mit Glück beflügelt ist. Ich gebe ihr Kraft, damit sie wieder aufsteht. Wenn sie unglücklich ist, wenn sie unglücklich ist. Meine liebe Freundin, meine liebe Freundin, sei meine Schwester. Meine liebe Freundin, sei meine Schwester, sei meine Schwester. Meine liebe Freundin, Lass uns fürs Leben aufstehen und einander Kraft geben. Lass uns einander verstehen und einander lieben. Lass uns einander verstehen und einander lieben. Lass uns fürs Leben aufstehen und einander geben. Lass uns einander verstehen und einander lieben. Lass uns fürs Leben aufstehen und einander Kraft geben. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I will write the text after the video in order you to be able to understand what it was about. Well, I will read it actually, it's better. I will read it and I will write it down also in order you to understand what it was about because I know maybe I'm not I don't say the words very right. So my sister is my mirror. If she's happy, she gives me power. If she's unhappy, I give her power. Be my sister, my dear friend. Let us love each other without an end. Meine Schwester. Meine Schwester ist meine Spiegel. Sie schenkt mir Kraft, wenn sie mit Glück beflügelt ist. Ich gebe ihr Kraft, damit sie wieder aufsteht, wenn sie unglücklich ist. Meine liebe Freundin, sei meine Schwester. Lass uns einander verstehen und einander lieben. Lass uns fürs Leben aufstehen und einander Kraft geben. So now I will begin to read from one of the books I wanted to read from. This is Gaudiya-Darshana from Shri Prem Priyojana Prabhu. Shri Prem Priyojana. Now, just a moment. So this is the book. You can Gaudiya-Darshana. You can order it. Actually, this is a translation from a book of Prabhupada Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura. And there, yes, commentaries and translation and Sri Saraswati Toshani commentary by Sri Prem Priyojana Prabhu. Maharaj Dasa. Yes, just see. Let us see here. You see. So, yes, I think maybe you can see here where you can, well, okay, just a moment. Well, you can order the book actually here if you don't know from where. Just a moment. It's not good scene. It's not good scene. No, cannot be seen. Okay, doesn't matter. I will write it maybe down later. I don't know if I should. I will write it down then from where one can order the book. But I think maybe you can find in internet. So these are some beautiful pictures here. See? Panchatattva, Srila Sachinanda Bhaktivinoda Thakura, Srila Gaura Kishora Dasa Babaji Maharaj, Prabhupada Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura, Srila Bhakti Pragyana Keshava Goswami Maharaj, and His Divine Grace Abhayacharana Ravrinda Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Here they are, all of them. Yes. Okay. And also Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj and Sri Prem Priorjana Prabhu Maharaj Das. Well, I don't know how exactly to say. It is written Dasa here, but uh, for me he's like Maharaj. Don't know. Okay, here they are also here, and now I will continue to read the book from Sri Prem Priyojana Prabhu. So, introduction. By the causeless mercy and inspiration of Paramaradhyatama Shri Guru Parapadma Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pada Ashtottara Sata Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj, we are overjoyed to present the first English edition of this priceless jewel among spiritual discourses entitled Gaudiya-Darshana, based on a lecture by Prabhupada Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura at the Albert Hall, Calcutta, on the 11th of August 1929. Gaudiya-Darshana was originally printed in Bengali in the Gaudiya Weekly Journal. This English translation is based on the third Bengali edition printed by the Gaudiya Mission, 21st September 2015, and the Hindi edition published by Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaja, 1st September 2009. Expressing his astonishment, Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaja has commented, although at the beginning of Srila Prabhupada's speech, the turning of the subject of Spata may seem to be somewhat technically challenging. As his discourse progresses, it appears just as if someone is distributing without restraint the vast treasure of profound realizations from the storehouse of his personal bhajana. I have unflinching conviction that upon reading this Gaudiya-Darshana, all impartial, faithful seekers will recognize the divine splendor of the Sri Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya and not fall to be intensely attracted and not fail to be intensely attracted. Moreover, committed Gaudiya devotees will comprehend the inestimable wealth of their own sampradaya and, becoming imbued with its divine dignity, will feel immense pride in their glorious acharyas. I have appended a commentary to this edition entitled Sri Saraswati Toshani with the intention of further supporting Srila Prabhupada's presentation with scriptural evidence from the Gaudiya Sampradaya's foundational Goswami literatures. The Sri Saraswati Toshani commentary also illustrates the essential precision and charity attained by the practical application of the hermeneutical principles set forth in Gaudiya-Darshana. It is sometimes proposed that Prabhupada Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura has somehow innovated away from the original tradition. It is our aim herein to demonstrate that Srila Prabhupada has sought to address the perennial crisis of scriptural interpretation by lovingly re-establishing the original fundamental epistemology of the Gaudiya Sampradaya, which had been largely forgotten and neglected. From the outset, it is necessary to make a disclaimer. Bhakti Tattva, the principle of devotion, is extremely confidential and difficult to understand. The true import of this book, or of any other transcendental literature for that matter, can never be ascertained by an empirical academic study. Srila Jiva Goswami comments in Durgama Sangamani, Durgama Sangamani 1145. Logic Yukti, which is dry Kevala, without Ruchi, cannot give an understanding of Bhakti. Well, Ruchi, taste or how it is. However, logic along with taste for Bhakti can give an understanding of it. The same meaning of Yukti should be applied in the later statement Shastre Yuktau Chanipuna. The Uttamadikar. The Uttamadikar is endowed with the skill in scriptural knowledge and logic, with taste. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1-2-17, Durgama Sangamani 1-145. Thus, a clear understanding of Bhakti Tattva is the preserve of the Uttamadikari. Only those who remain under the guidance and gatya of such Uttamadhikari Vaishnavas, through selfless service and regular hearing, gradually ascend to the platform of Uttamadhikari, wherein the true nature of Bhakti Tattva is self-manifested. No amount of personal study can ever be a substitute for hearing Shabda Brahma, transcendental sound, from the lips of a pure Vaishnava. All the scriptures proclaim the glories of Sadhu Sangha, direct association with Sri Krishna's intimate devotees. If this commentary convinces one soul of the necessity of Sadhu Sangha, we will consider our insignificant efforts worthwhile. worthwhile. Finally, we gratefully acknowledge the service of Shriman Sikhi Mahiti Dasa Brahmachari and Shriman Anandanitai Dasa for the cover design, Shrimati Indira Devidasi for layout, and Shrimati Anupama Dasi, Shrimati Vrindavan Vilasin Dasi, and Shrimati Vrinda Dasi for their dedicated service in editing and proofreading. May Shri Gaurasundar shower His mercy upon them. Shri Hari Guru Vaishnava Kripa Lesha Prarthi Dina Hina Shri Prema Prayojana Das Chaitra Purnima, appearance day of Shri Radha Kunda. Thursday, the 6th of April 2023. So, Gaudiya-Darshana. Darshana. The word darshana is made by applying the suffix lit to the verbal root drsh. The verbal root drish means to see, to observe. Avalokana. To directly experience. Sakshatkara. To perceive, realize, or understand. Palapti, etc. The direct experience of Paramatma is genuine darshana. The sadhana or the mercy of the scriptural instructions by which one attains the vision of Bhagavan is also referred to by the word darshana. Atmava Aridrashtava Brihat Aranyaka Upanishad 2, 4, 5. O dear Maitreya, the Atma is to be seen. The subject or direct perception of vision of the Paramatma prescribed in this statement of Shruti is called Darshana. One whose consciousness is bewildered by Maya cannot see Bhagavan even after investigating the Tattva through the various Darshana texts or the philosophical traditions such as Nyaya logic. There is an inseparable relationship between the word darshana and drashta, the seer and the seen. Darshana and drashta, the seer and the seen. Oh no, sorry. Sorry. So there is an inseparable. Sorry, there is an inseparable relationship between the word darshana and drashta. This is the seer. Drishya. This is the seen. And darshana kriya, the act of seeing. The jiva soul is not Drashta, the seer. Paramatma is the real Drashta, and the Jiva is Drishya, the object of uh, his vision. Jam evasya vrinotetena labhya. Kat Upanishad 1 to 23. Only that Jivatma, whom the Paramatma chooses, to whom he bestows mercy, is eligible to directly perceive or have darshana of the Paramatma. Therefore, the establishment of this relationship between the drashta and the drishya vastu, the seer and the object to be seen, is called darshana. Ordinarily, the sense instrument by which a seer sees an object is called chakshu, the eye. Characteristics such as the external form and size of an object are realized through the function of the eye, but seeing is not accomplished by the eye alone. The mind must be accepted as the overseeing guardian or driver of the external senses in the act of seeing, even in circumstances when the eye is unobstructed. The initiator of the act of seeing, the absence of whom the function of sight does not take place, is known by the name of mana, the mind. This mind is not only the leader, nayaka, of the eyes, rather, just as the eye is subordinate to the mind, so are all the other four instruments of perception. By these five knowledge acquiring senses, the mind collects and stores the various experiences of the objects of perception. If a substance has no external form or shape, or if it is minute, enormous, or covered, or if it is very far away, the eye fails to gather experience of the external object despite repeated attempts. In such a case, one can understand the position of the external object by the assistance of the other four senses. With the assistance of the knowledge acquiring senses, the mind, which is the master of the senses, is capable of perceiving even substances that are not perceived independently by the various senses themselves, even without direct sense perception. The mind, by the path of inference, can ascertain knowledge that the knowledge acquiring senses are generally incapable of collecting, although direct empirical perception is the only path of gathering experience. Still, the path of inference also supports sensory perception because it is not contaminated with the faults. However, sometimes direct perception, while seemingly presenting reality, renders the mind bereft of a true experience of the substance. For example, by the influence of intoxicating substances, sense perception becomes the cause of confusion. Although the word darshana is conventionally understood to refer to the function of the eyes. The experience of objects through the other senses is also known by the name of darshana. The darshana is in sentient material objects is called jada, jada vigyana. Beyond that, the darshan of the objects that reflect consciousness, Nabasa, Chetanabasa, is called Mano Vigyana. In the philosophical texts of India, it is seen that Buddhi is the cause of mana, Ahankara is the cause of Buddhi, Chitta or Mahatattva is the cause of Ahankara, and Prakriti or Avyakta is the cause of Chitta. Prakriti, Chitta, Ahankara, Buddhi, and Mana. Buddhi and Mana are situated in a sequence of mutually related as Amsha, Amshi, part and whole of each other. So I will continue the next time. The next chapter, um, the next chapter is called Various Darshanas prevalent in India. So now I will read a little bit from the conversation between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Raya. So let's see where I was in Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is a translation of His Divine Grace Abhayacharana Ravrinda Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And um, and uh, the Chaitanya Charitamrita is from Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, and the translation and commentaries are from um, His Divine Grace Abhayacharana Ravrinda Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So maybe I was really here, and this is the verse. Just a moment. Let's see what's the previous verse. So, Madalila 8:44. This is the conversation between Ramananda Raya and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prabhu sorry, it's a little bit late. I have to sing more quietly. Prabhu tumi ma bhagavatottama Tomara darshane sabara dravaila Translation. The Lord replied to Ramananda Raya, Sir, you are the best of the topmost devotees, therefore simply the sight of you has melted everyone's heart. Purport. Unless one is first-class devotee, he cannot be a preacher. A preacher is generally a topmost devotee, but in order to meet the general populace, the general people, he has to come to distinguish He has to distinguish between devotees and non-devotees, otherwise an advanced devotee makes no such distinctions. Indeed, he always sees that everyone is engaged in the service of the Lord. When one engages in preaching work, the most distinguished what's that? The most yes. When one engages in preaching work, he must distinguish between people and understand that some people are not engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. The preacher then has to take compassion upon such innocent people who do not know how to worship the Lord. In Srimad Bhagavatam 11:2-45, the symptoms of a topmost devotee are described as follows. Sarvabhuteshu yapashe Bhagavad Bhavamatmana Bhutani Bhagavate Atman Esha Bhavatotamaha. The advanced devotee sees that all living entities are part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everyone is in Krishna, and Krishna is also within everyone. Such a vision is possible only for a person who is very advanced in devotional service. Okay, very interesting here this statement. Um, Everyone is in Krishna, and Krishna is within everyone. This is true. Uh, just actually um, what does it mean actually to be Krishna is within everyone? This is clear. Everyone is in Krishna. So I just want here to again try to sing a song because it is so beautiful when one reads about Krishna and how he's in everyone's heart, which is uh, which is also written in Bhagavad Gita. So I will try to again glorify the Lord with the song Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Krishna came from above to make us happy, to give us love. Lord Krishna came from above to make us happy, to give us love. Lord Krishna came from above to make us happy, to give us love. Krishna lives in everyone's heart. Krishna sings in everyone's life. Krishna lives in everyone's heart. Krishna sings in everyone's life. In Krishna's own heart. Out of love, Radha is singing. Out of love, Radha is singing. His most beloved in Krishna's own heart. Radha is singing. He's out of love. His most beloved in Krishna's own heart. Radha is singing. His most beloved, singing out of love. Here the holy name is dancing, always joyful on your tongue. Here the holy name is dancing, always joyful on your tongue. See Radha and Krishna living in your heart forever long. See Radha and Krishna living in your heart forever long. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now, let's see the next verse, Madhya Lila 8:45. Aneraki kanta ame mayavadi sannyasi ame atomara swashi Krishna preme basi. Translation: Although I am a Mayavadi sannyasi, a non-devotee, I am also floating in the ocean of love of Krishna simply by touching you, and what to speak of others. So here we hear how beautiful it is expressed from Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami that actually somebody who is personality like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, um, just by having association with such a person, one can one can become a devotee actually. Yes, and one can become a person which is a devotee, maybe not immediately a pure devotee, but one can begin to be devotee when one touches a um, pure devotee. Of course, not it is not necessary to touch his feet or something like this, but or embracing the person. It's not exactly, it's not necessary, but just association with such a person, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, can make the others devotees. And of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Lord Himself, but by association with Him, one can start to be a devotee, and after some time become a pure devotee. And how a pure devotee thinks about the Lord, how a pure devotee um, is crying in separation from Krishna, one can see from every verse of Sri Sri Shikshastaka. For example, Gaitam Nimesh Nachkush Pravishaitam, for example, verse 7. Yugaitam Nimesh Nachkush Pravishaitam, Shnaitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahename. Gaitam Nimesh Nachkush Pravishaitam, Shnaitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahename. O Lord, O Lord Govinda, in separation from you, Vigaitam Nimechna. Even a short period of time seems to be a yuga, a millennium. Chakshusha Pravishaitam. From my eyes flow um, um, tears flow from my eyes like rain from monsoon clouds. Shnaitam Jagat Sarvam. The whole universe seems to be empty, void. Govinda Virahename. In separation from you, O Lord Govinda. So we see how Ramananda Raya, he's not at that moment, he's not thinking in this way, but um, but after some time he can become a pure devotee of Lord Krishna just after touching, uh, just after having association with the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So I will continue to read this the next time, and now would like to read a little bit from the book, from the other book, from the Gayatri book of Sachinandana Swami. Just a moment, I'll show you the book. The Gayatri book, you can order it per internet. A beautiful picture of Krishna is here. See? Yes. So there is a citation from Srimad Bhagavatam, uh, Srimad Bhagavatam 10:80:41. Sandipani Muni to Shri Krishna and Sudama Vipra. From Srimad Bhagavatam 10:80:41. Oh. No, I had to read the text from the beginning. Sorry. So, this humble effort to glorify the divine Diksha mantras is lovingly dedicated to my exalted spiritual master, His Divine Grace Srila by Charnaravinda Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Out of his unlimited mercy, he has bestowed the greatest jewels upon this unqualified beggar. For this I am eternally indebted to him. Etat eva lisach Shaihi Tavyam Guru Niskritam Yatnai Vishuddha Bhavena Sarvato Matna Panyam Gurau. Sorry, just it is not really the color of the color is different. The color is too not enough uh, Guru. This indeed is the duty of a sincere disciple to repay the debt to his spiritual master by offering him with the pure heart his wealth and even his very life. Sandipani Muni to Sri Krishna and Sudama Vipra. Srimad Bhagavatam 10:80-41. Okay. So, acknowledgements. To write this part of the Gayatri book is certainly the most pleasing task, since it offers me the opportunity to express my profound gratitude to many wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. I sincerely thank Gora Bhavini Devidasi for accomplishing the difficult assignment of typing the first manuscript from a couple of tapes, which I dictated during a Kartika retreat on a lonely island in the Adriatic Sea. In spite of a very intense schedule, profound changes in your life, and snowstorms in your refuge in the Swiss Alps, you managed to type a well-structured first script. Gora Shiromani Dasa for compiling the final manuscript and managing the typesetting and printing process. Besides being an excellent editor and researcher, you also proved yourself an accomplished text architect by rearranging and structuring many walls and rules, consisting of chapters and topic sections. Gadadhar Dasa and Kalakanta Devidasi for taking the responsibility to publish and distribute this book. Kishori Devidasi, our English editor, not only did you do an excellent job of transforming my Germanized English into proper English, but you also offered many valuable suggestions for improving the text flow and correcting the subject matter. Radha Sundari Devidasi, our second editor, in spite of being intensely engaged in your main service as an assistant to His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, you managed to give valuable time to scripture to to scrutinize and the manuscript and offer valuable improvements. Gangamai Devidasi, for your enthusiastic and tireless um, Gangamai Devidasi, for your enthusiastic and tireless typing service, and for your most valuable input in the final editing phase, in which you helped clear the text from many large and small flaws. Krishna Kshetra Swami, my respected and admired godbrother, apart from writing such a beautiful foreword, he also gave helpful suggestions concerning the subject of the book. His Holiness Banu Maharaja, for giving important support and advice, somehow you managed to respond promptly and precisely whenever we wrote you with our questions. Madhavananda Prabhu from Gopalji Press, for providing a wealth of nectarian information and important corrections. By this you significantly increased the weight and authenticity of this publication. His Holiness Mahanidhi Maharaja, for your extensively research on the Gayatri mantras, which flew in your esteemed book, Gayatri Mahima Madhuri. Sachi Devidasi, for performing a million things that helped me to complete the production of this book. Rangini Devidasi and Ananda Chaitanya Dasa, for your selflessness in offering me your beautiful home in Croatia as a domicile for the final work on the book. You even managed to finish the balcony and thus offer me a beautiful view of the picturesque eastern coast. Also, Venugopal Dasa and Eva, who supported me during the time I was visiting, tir- uh, tirelessly supplying everything I needed to work peacefully in such a remote place. Finally, I wish to sincerely thank Kishori Devidasi and her husband Madhva Munidasa and Sundarananda Dasa for creating a wonderful environment for my writing in solitude in Croatia during two ecstatic Kartika retreats as I worked the Gayatri book and another publication. You cooked, cleaned, heated, washed, and listened to my eager outpourings with great enthusiasm. for the third edition, which you now hold in your hands. I'm especially grateful to Tushta Krishnadasa, who took the book on Sharanagati publishing with a few important changes. Bhavini Dasi, my talented graphic designer, gave the book a wonderful new dress, and Nandini Dasi was immediately enthusiastic to distribute it far and wide. There are many other Vaishnavas, famous or less well known, who contributed expertise and endeavor with this book. Please forgive me for not mentioning you here, but you all, but I thank you all a million times. Mangala Charana. Before beginning, I pray that the Lord will allow me to purify my own understanding by writing these pages in the service of the Vaishnavas. Actually, as I enter deeper into the subject, I feel like a blind man undergoing treatment who is slowly beginning to see light and form. I am totally dependent on the guidance of my spiritual master and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who are kindly leading me along the difficult path from the darkness of material life to the light, to the bright world of Krishna consciousness. Om Gyantimirandasya Ginagna Shalakaya Chakshurumlitamina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitimiana Bhutale Swamrapakadamahyam Dadati Sapadantikam. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. When will Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, who has established within this material world the mission to fulfill the desire of Lord Chaitanya, give me shelter under his lotus feet? Gora Sach Gora Sach Charitamrita Nidhi Gauram Sadaivastute Korena Pratinau Rahasya Bayanam Karutya Sarvam Даде. О, Боже, уста тук. Горат Стукрипуло Тунапаро Крыся Пратю Бринам. I will try to sing it. Oh, das sind dort die Gartnage. I'll try to sing this. I cannot read it. I'll try to sing it. Oh, it's impossible. Possible to sing it. I will try to sing this, but it's a little bit quiet because it's late here. It's possible. I can't see this. Gorachet such Charitamrita Mrita. Gora Sach Charitamrita Nida Goram Sadaivastute. Gorena Pratitam Rahasya Bhajanam Goraya Sarvam Dade. Горат Ашти Крипало Атра Напару Красya Притьо Бавам. Гаурегаравам Ачарами. Bhagavam Gura Prabhu Raksha Mam. I pray to Sriman Gauranga Mahaprabhu, whose ecstatic transcendental pastimes are like a river of nectar. Gaura has given the path of confidential devotional service. I will completely surrender to Gaura. Is there anyone more merciful than Gaura? I will become a servant of Gaura. I shall preach the glory of Gaura. May my Lord Gaura protect me. So this is a footnote 1. I will see where is this, maybe at the end these footnotes are there, maybe. Just a moment. I have to see. I don't understand where is this. Ah, yes, this is from the Galcharan. So, okay. So, I don't understand what this footnotes. Where is the footnotes? Maybe at the end of any chapter is, it seems, these notes. At the end of any chapter. So, let's see where's the end of this. Ah, yes, now it is here. Ah, yes, yes. Okay. So, this first mantra was from um, Raghunandana Goswami's Goranga Virudavali. Translation taken from Gaur Govinda Maharaj's Mathura meets Vrindavan. Okay, so the next one from the Mangalacharana here is the following. Oh, this is so much not easy. Uh, just a moment, sorry. We'll try to sing it because it cannot somehow. No, the color of the letters is not enough dark. It's not. Ajana lambita jaro kanakavudatau sankirtana ikapitarau Kamalaryutanakshtratu Vishrambu Shodija Ranasivadharma Pala Vande Jagat Priya Kara Karunatara. I worship the incarnations of mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Nityananda Prabhu, whose arms extend to their knees, whose complexions are resplendent yellow like molten gold, who ina- inaugurated the Sankirtana movement, whose eyes are like large lotus petals, who nourish the entire universe, who appeared in the families of exalted Brahmanas, who protect the Yuga Dharma, and who bestow the highest auspiciousness upon the residents of the material world. This is from where it was. This from Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata Adirila 1:1. So the next one, the next part from the Mangala Charana. Just a moment. Jayatam Suratapara Mama Mandama Tergati Matsarvasva Padamboja Radha Madana Mohana. Glory to the all-merciful Radha and Madana Mohana. I am lame and ill-advised, yet they are my directors, and their lotus feet are everything to me. Es gibt im Kühlschrank das mit dem, im Kühlschrank es gibt so eine zum Essen. Ja, das ist eben so wie Creme. Mit ein bisschen Joghurt und Erdbeeren. Okay. Next one. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanda Rakta Kanda Namostute. Oh my dear Krishna, Ocean of mercy, you are the friend of the distressed and the source of creation. You are the master of the cowherd men and the lover of the gopis. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Paramami Hari Priya. I offer my respectful obeisances. I offer my respects to I offer my respectful obeisances to Radharani, whose bodily complexion is like molten gold, and who is the queen of Vrindavana. You are the daughter of King Vrishabhanu, and you are very dear to Lord Krishna. Dat is er. Weißt du, es gibt ein bisschen Nüsse drin und dann, ich weiß nicht, ob es gut ist zu essen. Weißt du, die brauchen ein bisschen Nüsse drin. In dem, in der Sache. Es ist mit ein bisschen Erdbeeren. Yes, the next is Panchtattva mantra. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So these are the yes, okay. Now he's writing further about the book. The subject of this book is the 5 Gayatri mantras and the 2 Mula mantras, as they are given at second initiation, Diksha, by the Gurus in disciplic succession from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura. These mantras are explained in detail and their general significance covered. I have also presented word meanings, how to chant them properly, the qualifications of chanters, and so on, and illustrated everything with stories from the Vedic tradition. Special emphasis is placed on meditation methods, following the formula realization according to meditation. The reader may find useful tips for how to enter more deeply into the understanding and practice of these mantras. I originally designed this book for my own second initiated disciples to give them proper guidelines for their spiritual practice. However, while writing, I realized that there may be a wider audience audience of inquisitive readers. Thus, I humbly offer this book to all devotees interested in the Gayatri mantras, be they initiated practitioners, candidates aspiring for mantra diksha, or mere nectar seekers. Those who will receive the greatest benefit from reading this book, however, will be those who are fortunate enough to have undergone the authorized and powerful process of mantra diksha, formal initiation into the sacred Gayatri mantras. If it is my sincere desire that by studying this publication the readers may increase their enthusiasm and taste for Gayatri meditation, and thus derive at least a small drop of nectar from the immeasurable ocean of spiritual benefits these mantras afford. Then there is a foreword by Krishna Kshetra Swami, and then I will read these things the next time. So I will come now to an end. Only I wanted us to read about the Apara Ekadashi. Today is Apara Ekadashi. So Apara Ekadashi. Shri Yudhishthira Maharaj said, O Janardana, what is the name of the Ekadashi that occurs during the dark fortnight, Krishna Paksha, of the month of Jyeshta, May, June? I wish to hear from you the glories of this sacred day of Hari. Please narrate everything to me. Lord Shri Krishna said, O king, your inquiry is wonderful because the answer will benefit the whole human society. This Ekadashi is so sublime and meritorious that even the greatest sins can be erased by its purity. O great saintly king, the name of this unlimitedly meritorious Ekadashi is Apara Ekadashi. Whoever fasts on this holiday becomes famous all over the universe. Even such sins are killing uh, even such sins as killing a brahmana, a cow, an embryo, blasphemy, or having sex with another man's wife are completely eradicated by observing Apara Ekadashi. Well, I have to see if it is really Apara Ekadashi. Just a moment. Just a moment. I have to see this. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is the right Ekadashi for today. Oh my god. This maybe not this. So actually, I don't have time to read all the text, but it is very beautiful. At the end it is written, O Bharata, for the benefit of all humanity, I have thus described to you this importance of the Holy Apara Ekadashi. Anyone who hears or reads this description is certainly freed from all kinds of sins, O best of saintly kings, Yudhishthira. Thus ends the narration of the glories of Jyeshta Krishna Ekadashi, Apara Ekadashi, from the Brahmanda Purana. So, now we'll come to an end. It's a little bit late already. Namaste Narasimhaya Praladevadadayana Hiranyakashipu Raksha Shilatanganakalaye Ito Nrishimo Parato Nrishimo Yato Yato Yami. Sorry. Namaste Narasimhaya Praladaladadyayane Hiranyakashipu Raksha Shilatanganakalaye Iton Rishiho Paraton Rishiho Yato Yato Yamitata Rishiho Bahir Nishiho Hridaya Nishiho Nrishimha Made Charanya Prabhupada Namaste Narasimhaya Praladalaya Hiranyakashipu Shilaganganakalaye Iton Rishim Paraton Rishimu Yato Yato Yamitato Rishimu Bahir Nishimu Hridaya Nishimu Rishim Hamadim Sharanyam Prabhupada Tava Karakamalavare Navakama Buddha Shriga Dalita Hiranyakashipu Danobringa Keshavadrita Narhari Rupa Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Shri Nishimha Jan Rishim Jaya Jan Rishim Prahladesha Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Vringa Shri Nishimha Jan Rishim Jaya Jan Rishim Prahladesha Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Vringa Shri Nishimha Jan Rishim Jaya Jan Rishim Prahladesha Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Vringa Shri Nishimha Jan Rishim Jaya Chandri Simhade Prahladesha Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Vringa. Was macht er da? Jayandri Simhadev, Jayandri Simhadev, Jayandri Simhadev, Jayandri Simhadev. Prahlad Nishinha, 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 Jaya Prahlad Nishinha, Lakshmi Nrishinha, Lakshmi Nrishinha, Lakshmi Nrishinha, Lakshmi Nrishinha. Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Shri Shri Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Shri Shri Gauranitai. Radha Madhava Radha Gopinata Radha Gokula Nanda Shri Radhe Radha Gopinata Radha Gokula Nanda Radha Gopinata Shri Radhe Radha Shyama Radha Gokula Nanda Radha Gopinata Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radha Gokula Nanda Radha Gopinata Shri Radhe. Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thanks so much for your attention. As I always say, if I try to say something on Vedic literature, I'm not qualified on such topics, so I'm not trying to instruct anybody. I'm just only trying to understand these topics. Of course, one has to try to understand the Vedic literature under the guidance of teachers, under the guidance of Diksha, Guru and Shiksha, Gurus, all of you who are Vaishnavas, devotees in the line of Raganuga Bhakti, in the line of Rupanuga Bhakti. Yes, especially those who are in the line of Rupanuga Bhakti, you are all my Shiksha Gurus. I pay obeisance to you. Dandavat Pranam, Vanchakapaturu Pascha Kripasthupya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Thank you so much for your attention. Hare Krishna.